I have never played Five Nights at Freddy's, so I'm going to finally 100% it on my Nintendo Switch, which I heard is not the best way to play this franchise.
Hello? Hello? Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary.
Well, that's great, but he never told me the controls. Eventually, I figured out the buttons for the cameras and how to close the doors. It's been 1 a.m. for a while now and nothing seems to be happening. Until 2 a.m. rolls around and I realize the purple animatronic has left the show stage. I find him backstage.
Just standing there, menacingly!
3 a.m. He's still there, and Freddy and the chicken are just chilling in their starting spot too. Still there. What's he doing? Oh shoot, the chicken's gone.
Close the blast doors!
I don't know. I gotta do something, right? Soon after, the cameras lose vision. Then I open back up the doors because I realize I'm losing a lot of power. The chicken is close, but not close enough. At 4 a.m., the rabbit is no longer backstage and I can't find his new location. So I had no choice but to close the doors again. That turned out to be a foolish decision because sometime between 5 and 6 a.m., I ran out of power. I thought that meant I lost. But to my surprise, I had successfully survived to the end of my shift. No time for breaks, though. The second night was upon me. And another phone call.
Hello? Hello? I want to emphasize the importance of using your door lights.
Again, he didn't tell me how to turn on the lights. So to Google, I went to learn that the B button flickers on the lights.
Also, check on the curtain in pirate code from time to time.
Apparently, there's another animatronic behind this curtain I didn't know about either. And just like the first night, none of them seem to be moving around much. Oh my gosh. Oh, jeez. I take that back. At 4 a.m., I heard a lot of noise in this one room where the camera never has footage available. On the bright side, that probably means there's no one on the left side. I hate that bunny. He's the only one haunting me and is making me use up the last 2% of my power to shut him out again. Is there any way I could turn off this stupid fan? I'm sure that would save me some power. It was too late. Just like the first night, I depleted all of my energy. Except this time, Freddy paid me a visit accompanied with some altered music box version of the Toreador song. I guess this is the end. Or not. I somehow survived without power again. Well, let's get into night number 3.
Hello? Hey, you're doing great. Most people don't last this long.
Whoever this guy is that left me all of the messages has the audacity to imply that the past employees haven't died when caught by the animatronics. Yeah, sure, bro. Anyways, going into the third night, I knew I had to better conserve my energy, and I think I had just the plan to do so. Freddy and his friends can only enter from these 2 doors, right? So why even check the cameras when I can just check the halls right next to me? The strategy sounded foolproof, but I admit, I did check the camera occasionally. Stupid duck. Later on, I heard one of them laugh. I shrugged it off and kept up my surveillance. Gosh, I hate that stupid duck. Not even a minute later, I saw the purple rabbit in the room next to me, closed the door, then foolishly opened it back up for some reason without checking if he was gone first. The door was jammed. I couldn't close it. Ah, jeez. On my next attempt, I tried to save my power by doing absolutely nothing until 1 a.m. Only until that time would I allow myself to check cams when all of a sudden... Oh, what the junk?
The character in there seems unique in that he becomes more active if the cameras remain off for long periods of time.
I totally forgot about that guy. Thankfully, the internet exists so I could review that telephone call again and learn that this foxy character will only move when I'm not using the cameras. Of course, I can't always keep the cameras on to conserve energy, but I was ready for him this time. The end was near. It was 5 a.m. I was surrounded by the bunny on the left, and Freddy was in the room on the right. I shut both of my doors, but I only had 5% left. However, I had been in this situation before. Freddy may be staring me down with a musical tune, but I was confident I'd survive just like the second night. The audio dropped to dead silence as I awaited the 6 a.m. finish to pop on screen. Oh, jeez. Stupid bear made me think I won. I remember the phone guy mentioning Freddy only moves in the dark, but I wrongly thought he was like Foxy. No, he will only advance when the monitor is not focused on him. So this time, I make sure to keep my eye on him. And then there's that laugh. That's Freddy when he's moving. I actually like it when he shifts to the dining area because it's right next to Foxy, so I can check on both of them rather smoothly. Top this off by constantly checking the lights makes for a sound strategy. Unfortunately, I still ran out of power, but this time made it to 6 a.m. On to the fourth night. Did the phone guy just die? No time to think about it. I got 2 animatronics trying to break in on both sides. I then started to pick up on a few things, such as Freddy's music being played in the room with no camera, when I couldn't find him anywhere else. But to avoid even getting to that point, I made sure in the future to flicker the camera on him as often as possible. My second try on night 4 was going great. I haven't even seen the rabbit or chicken yet. And, Freddy, why are you looking at me directly in the camera?
No! No! Brad, if you're real, you better tell me right now! If you're real, you better tell me right now!
Oh, jeez. What the... I forgot about Foxy! Freddy, head over to the second room right now so I can keep my eye on you next to Foxy. I may have given them too much of my attention since the purple bunny snuck in on the left, jamming my door, allowing Foxy to run right to me. Oh, by the way, what is with these it's me heads appearing in front of me? They keep showing up and are spooking me. Well, I kept implementing the tactics I've learned in hopes that I'd get just lucky enough to survive the night, which I did. Yes. Whew, one more night. This is it, the 5th night in 5 Nights at Freddy's. The message from the voicemail machine tonight sounds rather disturbing. The good news is I'm just now noticing that the animatronics make stepping sounds. Oh, jeez. With this newfound discovery, I was able to cut down my usage on checking the lights. Oh my gosh, I hate that guy. I hate him so much. I didn't forget to check on Freddy and Foxy often, ensuring my safety. And before I knew it, I was already done with night 5 on my first try. Only $120? That's like $4 an hour. And that's how I 100%ed 6th night. Apparently, there are 2 more stars to obtain in order to 100% the game, from Secret Nights 6 and 7. Ah, crap, my door's already jammed from the duck, chicken, whatever it is. Just get it over with. I think I may have gotten lucky on the 5th night, because I feel like the footsteps are throwing me off more than they are helping. So now I'm just going with my gut by waiting a few seconds, then I flicker the lights followed by checking Freddy and Foxy on cams. I tried this pattern over and over, but for some reason at one point, I looked at the cams first, then the lights. Oh, what the crap? Oh, freaking A. My most common cause of death, though, were the bunny and duck disabling my doors. It was clear that I needed to monitor the halls more. Thus, I began my count to 2, then check stuff method. 1, 2. Exciting, I know. It wasn't perfect. Foxy, was that you? Another ploy I tried was whenever I saw either the rabbit or the chicken in the dining area with Freddy, I'd save energy by not turning on the light in their respective hall until they left that room. For example, I just saw the bunny with Freddy, so I decided against checking the lights on the left. Yet sometimes my counting was so atrociously slow that the animatronics would still beat me to the punch. I bet it's just killing some of you watching how bad I am playing this game. But I figured with this technique, I'd eventually get the perfect night similar to what happened on night 4. In fact, over an hour later of attempts on night 6, the clock struck 5 a.m. and I had a whopping 20% of power left. Thus, I threw conservation out the window, stopped counting to 2, and started to spam everything to ensure my safety. Come on. Yes! Ah, yeah. 2 stars down, 1 to go. The final test was a custom night where I could adjust the AI to my liking. However, in order to achieve that 3rd star for completion, it was required to set them all to the max level of 20.
Maybe we should start at 420, right?
Not to mention, I finally know the names of these 2. Anywho, I'm sure with a little practice, I'll be done in a jiffy. Right after beginning, I was hearing footsteps, Freddy laughing multiple times, and Foxy already peeping out of the curtain. Oh, jeez. Oh. 30 seconds in and I already lost? How was I gonna get through the whole night? Now, unlike all you people that first played the game 9 years ago, I don't have time to catch up watching a billion gazillion FNAF game theory videos. So shout out to Ambience's channel. No, actually, shout out to C-Mill Spa 1 in the comments for sharing the best strategy for console users. Set cam to 4B, stay on the left door, check the light, pop cameras up and down twice, check light again, repeat. Let me explain why this method works. Freddy only travels to the office through the east side and will only attack if I switch cameras from 4B once he's there. So I'm never supposed to take the camera away from that spot. Now, what about Foxy, you may ask? Well, since I'm constantly spamming the monitor this much, Foxy will never leave his Pirate Cove home. I still need to watch out for Bonnie on the west, which is why I flip the light switch after every 2 camera checks. All that leaves is Chica, but since I already have my camera on room 4B, I'll see her coming before she even gets to the door. This mode honestly felt more like a speed and precision test rather than a horror surveillance game. Keeping up this fast pace of button inputs on the controller definitely took some practice and getting used to. One slip up and I'd already be dead within the first hour of the night. Sometimes I'd accidentally flick the joystick to another monitor when checking cams. Sometimes they would just black out, which most certainly added to the tension. I even calibrated my controller to have more buttons mapped to the camera to give my fingers rest in between intervals. I stayed strong and kept persevering and even had some close attempts. I repeated this level for about an hour and a half until I saw my power only had 4% left during the 5 a.m. hour. I paused to read the YouTube comment one more time to make sure I did the ending right. At 3% power, I had to stop and sit tight. I wasn't so sure. Doubt crept into my mind. I swear, if that freaking Foxy comes. It was over! At last, I had beaten my first FNAF game. What? I'm fired? Well, at least I got the 3rd star proving I 100%ed Five Nights at Freddy's. Please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm actually pleasantly surprised how much I enjoyed this game and would love to do more. You all have a good one.